So, you're looking to launch a seven-figure brand in the next couple of years. Well, you are in exactly the right place. We've done the deep dive to break down 7 high-potential markets that are absolutely set to explode. And we're not talking about side hustles here. These are real, scalable brand ideas. Okay, let's jump right in.
But what's the actual secret sauce here? How do you build a brand that has a real shot at hitting 7, maybe even 8 figures in the market today? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not about being the cheapest, and it's not about having the most features. It all comes down to one single core principle.
And here it is. This is the golden rule that every single idea we're about to talk about is built on. The path to winning in 2026 is a premium, high-margin product that serves a very specific niche audience. You want to be the absolute best, maybe even the most expensive option for a small group, not the cheapest option for everybody.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. This slide shows a massive strategic shift. We are moving away from that old product-first mindset, where you build something and then desperately try to find customers. Instead, we're flipping it to a person-first approach. You pick a group of people to serve, you build a real community around their needs, and then you create multiple products that solve their problems. That right there is the key.
All right, let's get into our first set of ideas. These are all based on a really simple but incredibly powerful strategy. You take a concept that's already proven to be successful, and you apply it to a new, underserved group of people.
Okay, first up, perimenopause support. And let me tell you, this might be the single biggest untapped opportunity on this entire list. It is a perfect example of that person-first model. You're finding a specific massive group of people whose needs have been almost completely ignored by the market for decades.
And this slide just illustrates the opportunity so clearly. The men's hormone market, it's a multi-billion-dollar, completely saturated industry. We know the model works. But the women's perimenopause market, it's just now starting to emerge. It has all the cultural momentum behind it, but almost no competition. It's a wide-open field for a brand that decides to serve this person.
And this quote from the incredibly influential author Peter Attia just says it all, doesn't it? There is a huge underserved demand for credible premium solutions. The timing for this could not be more perfect.
All right, idea number 2, natural fragrances and hair care, but specifically for men. Look, the natural personal care space is just booming, and the next big frontier is clean cologne and hairstyling products. Again, you're not just selling a product, you're serving a specific man who actually cares about the ingredients he's putting on his body.
So how do you market it? It's simple. You follow what's called the Dr. Squatch playbook. It's a brilliant 3-step formula. Step 1, you find all the questionable chemicals in your competitors' products. Step 2, you call them out on it, directly in your ads. And Step 3, you position your product as the clean, natural, obvious solution. It works like a charm.
Let's keep this ball rolling with idea number 3 and see how this builds. We're taking another winning trend, nootropics or, cognitive enhancers, and we're applying it to a brand new demographic. Instead of starting with a product, we start with a person, the senior. For years, the brain support market has targeted young tech bros, but the real opportunity is somewhere else entirely.
So why is the 50-plus crowd such a goldmine? Well, because their pain points, things like memory, energy, focus, are crystal clear and deeply felt, which makes your marketing so much more direct and effective. Plus, this group generally has more disposable income and is more than willing to invest in high-quality solutions for their real-world problems.
Okay, our fourth idea is another massive opportunity that comes from focusing on a specific person, men's skincare. Men are getting more and more interested in taking care of their appearance, but honestly, most products out there are still not talking to them in a language they understand. And just get a load of this number. The men's skincare market is already worth $20 billion, and it's expected to double by 2030. This is not some tiny little niche. It's a massive, rapidly growing industry just waiting for brands that actually get the male consumer.
So this quote right here, this is the entire marketing strategy in a nutshell. This is person-first marketing in action. Men don't really care about collagen boosting. They respond to direct, simple language. So instead of some fancy scientific name, you call a product the base layer. It's something they get. You just have to talk to them like a dude.
Okay, for our second set of ideas, we're going to switch gears a little bit. These businesses aren't really about finding a new audience. Instead, they're about putting a new spin or, and this is important, a new delivery mechanism on trends that are already proven winners. First up in the section, supplement shots.
Now think back to when gummy vitamins first came on the scene. That innovation wasn't about a new ingredient. It was about serving the person who valued taste and convenience over swallowing a pill. Well, supplement shots are the next wave of that exact same thinking, but for a premium customer. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. The margin. A giant tub of protein powder is basically a low-margin commodity. But if you take a targeted formula and package it into a premium single-serving shot, you can charge $5, $10, even $12 a pop. The profit potential is just astronomical.
Idea number 6 is all about modernizing an old concept. The idea of a colon cleanse feels pretty dated, right? But the desire for detoxification is stronger than it has ever been. The opportunity now is in creating protocols for the person who's worried about new, very specific health concerns.
And these are the new frontiers of detox. I mean, people are actively searching online for solutions to things like mold toxicity, parasites, even EMF radiation. A trusted brand that creates a specific, effective protocol for any one of these could build a huge, incredibly loyal following.
And our final business idea for 2026 is high-protein desserts. Forget keto, forget paleo. The single biggest dietary trend right now is just high protein. This serves the person who wants to be healthy but absolutely refuses to give up their favorite treats.
The opportunity here is just a fun, creative challenge. Just walk down the snack aisle of any grocery store and ask this one simple question for every single product you see. Can I make this high protein? From cookies to donuts to whatever, the brand that successfully reimagines classic junk food with a high protein formula is going to absolutely crush it. So as you can see, all 7 of these ideas circle right back to that same core philosophy. Let's break down exactly how you can turn all this insight into your own multi-million-dollar opportunity.
It all boils down to this really simple 3-step action plan. First, and most importantly, pick a person, not a product. Choose a specific group to serve. Second, create a premium, high-margin product that solves a real pain point for them. And third, market it in a way that truly speaks their language, that resonates deeply with that specific community.
From perimenopause support to protein desserts, the opportunities are just sitting there. The markets are proven, the consumer demand is growing every day, and the playbook is clear. So really, the only question left is, which one of these untapped niches will you decide to serve?